A guardian set loose. A closed-off city beyond the channel. It lusts for destruction.
It lusts for destruction.
Okay, so that's our next target. And since we're already on the subject of Tom Holland, we should probably bring up the elephant in the room. And again, this will be brought up on the podcast as well. Tom Holland is not leaving the MCU.
Again.
Yay!
At least for one more movie.
Yeah, did they I heard they announced the title of the movie.
Well, I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention.
Agro. Slow the F down. Yeah. Yeah, I guess they're going to partner up for one more movie. That's the contract. And then at that point, I don't know if the contract continues or if they renegotiate after that point. I don't know. Like, what's your take on it? Are we happy that Tom Holland is staying in the MCU?
Again, it's for one more movie, so who knows what's going to happen after that, so...
The other thing that's interesting about the Tom Holland announcement is apparently, since he is the most beloved of the MCU, I guess Kevin Feige is kind of changing the priorities within the MCU, where they were going to highlight Brie Larson and make her kind of the flagship of the new MCU.
Right. I've heard that's a
now
rumor.
They're talking about redistributing that to Tom Holland.
I mean, that's a rumor for now.
Yeah.
We don't know.
What are your thoughts on that? Because he's only there for one movie.
Yeah.
Is it a good idea for him to be the marketing standpoint?
If he's there for the next movie, then yes, it should be Tom Holland, because
I agree with it, because the bottom line is like, if you look back on the Infinity War movies, the people were most upset by the fact that Spider-Man got killed.
Yeah.
I mean, I said this when we covered Endgame, but like my three nieces were all like grief-stricken widows at that point, like that Tom got killed. And when he came back, they all tears streaming down their face, were very excited that he was coming back.
So sweet.
So at that point, I get it. I think he should be the flagship.
Yeah.
Especially considering that more and more people are getting not necessarily outright angry with her, but at least a little annoyed at Brie Larson. So at that point, it is a better idea for them to do that. But if he's only going to be there for a movie, is it a good idea? That I don't know. My guess is that Marvel and Disney are kind of hoping that they'll be able to convince Sony to keep him in the MCU. But don't quote me on that.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know their marketing strategy here.
So no, we don't have a title yet for the third Spider-Man movie. We just have the release date, July 16th, 2021.
Nice. Okay, so July 2021. That's pretty good. So that's going to be right alongside, I think, Multiverse of Madness is in 2021. So that'll be a good year. Somewhat. Overall, I'm excited for Tom Holland. I think it's a good idea to at least do one more movie with him, do a trilogy, see how things go. As far as the whole Brie Larson thing, yes, he would be a better pick. I think he's much more beloved by the MCU fans, especially amidst all the Endgame stuff. But I just don't know if that's going to work once Sony wants to get him back.
Yeah.
Because I think there's already talk amongst Sony that they want to put Tom Holland and Tom Hardy in a movie together with Spider-Man and Venom.
Yeah, I'm hearing that one too.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that's necessarily a good pick. Nothing against Tom Hardy. I think he did the best with what he could possibly do with that movie. It's just, I almost want to say, even though I know better, the director didn't understand what he was working with. I swear he read half of 3 different comics and just went with what he loved from them, and it makes no sense.
Right.
Especially since he killed off a really awesome Venom villain that they could have done, especially for a team up with Spider-Man. Because the whole premise of the Venom movie is to introduce not just the Venom symbiote, but also some of the other symbiotes that have come along the line. Like, say, the symbiote Riot is basically the main villain of the Venom movie. But they also introduce, like, some of the other symbiotes, but they get killed off really early on. So that's kind of wasted potential, and I don't know if I feel good about the Venom director being given Carnage. Especially after how he treated Riot and the other symbiotes. I don't know. It's a weird deal. Plus, from what I'm also being told, there is talk about moving Bree to Star Wars.
Yeah, that too.
And having Captain Marvel get rebooted. I don't know how I feel about that either. My hope would be that Bree kind of learned from some of the backlash she got from the PR nightmare that happened trying to market Endgame and Infinity War. I don't know. It still bugs me that she still thinks the deleted scene in Captain Marvel was the better way to go, and no, she made herself look like a jackass.
Yeah.
Matt, you've heard about that, right?
No, I haven't.
So in the movie, there's a point where she runs into like a biker dude, and somehow, I can't remember off the top of my head what happens, but she peacefully acquires his jacket and his clothes so she can fit in better on Earth.
Right.
And also takes his motorcycle. But it's all like peacefully done, the last I remember. The deleted scene is basically a retake on that where she breaks the dude's arm.
Jeez.
Like, she instantly just goes for the throat with this guy and then takes his stuff. Now, just off what I just explained to you, which is the better approach?
Well, yeah, the more peaceful.
Breaking the arm is not a heroic way to go about it, guys.
Why would she do that?
Especially when it's Carol fucking Danvers, who has worked for the military and wants to be able to help people. Ew. This is kind of cool music.
Yeah, I tell you, the soundtrack is the friggin' best.
I just wish we could get it back now. All right.
God damn it.
But if that's the preferred one that Bree wanted, then that just tells me how detached Bree is in this whole situation. All right. So I'm guessing the village is going to be the battleground.
Yeah.
Because that's why we got the music. Only thing is, something tells me that's the Colossi off in the distance. Yeah, that's him. It's like a bigger lion one.
Yeah.
You ruined my view! You horrible human! Oh, please don't tell me you have to fight him the same way.
You gotta looks like you gotta climb up a tower and get him to ram it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Ah!
I mitigated damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Whoa! Okay, so how do I climb on the tower? Well, I guess I should find out where the tower is. Tower, tower, tower.
Yeah, I think it's that one, but I guess you gotta like hopscotch your way on top of it.
All right, well.
Like from this to.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, from this to the scaffoldings and.
I can do that. As long as he doesn't like knock me off, then I'll be okay. Okay, there we go, and then. Okay, that worked. We're just gonna make this work. So here's another question that I actually want to go over, and we'll probably do it on later Let's Plays too, because I think Andrea also got it asked as well.
Okay.
So we talk a lot about like 80s and 90s TV series that we were interested in as kids and also kind of as teenagers and adults.
Yeah.
One question that we actually did get is like, are there any series in the 2000s and the 2010s that we hold in regard? So we mentioned a lot of series like DuckTales and Darkwing
Right.
Duck and stuff like that. So are there any like Disney or Nickelodeon series that we appreciated in the 2000s and the 2010s?
I really like My Life as a Teenage Robot on Nickelodeon. Mm-hmm. That was a really good show.
Let me give you a couple of examples just to kind of help firm this out, especially with Disney.
Shoot your bow at him.
Shoot him?
Yeah, shoot him.
So, for example, one of them that got brought up was Kim Possible.
Right. Yeah, I liked Kim Possible. That was a good one.
I didn't watch Kim Possible, so I can't comment on it. I keep on forgetting that it's not L2 or R2, it's R1 that fires my arrows. I didn't see it. That was around that. I remember Kim Possible came out around. Ooh. Okay. And draw the Colossus' anger. But he knocked it over.
Yeah.
Oh, so I guess I just got to do it from another angle then.
Let's see.
Kim Possible came out around a time where I had this weird phase where it felt like I was growing up and I shouldn't be watching stuff that was for kids anymore.
Right.
Like, it felt weird and creepy. Actually, it took Andrea to kind of set me straight in that phase, like, in the second year we were married.
Right.
Because, like, I really wanted to go back and watch Digimon, but I felt like, oh, you know, it's probably just creepy for an adult to go and watch a kid series now. And she kind of set me straight on it, and that's why I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
So I didn't watch Kim Possible. I've been told to go watch it.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun show. I'm
just kind of worried it would be, because I know certain clips of it where, unfortunately, like, Ron is kind of the second banana to Kim, and I don't have a problem with that, but he really is like the butt of everybody's joke, and that's kind of worrisome to me.
I guess. Oop.
That feels like Ghostbusters 2016 to me, how Chris Hemsworth was portrayed, where he was basically a blithering idiot, and it turned out he was the villain. Actually, no, he wasn't the villain. He was just possessing the idiot.
Right.
I do know that eventually a romance kind of blossoms between the two characters.
God, I can't remember. It's been a long time.
Maybe that'd be worth seeing. Another example that gets thrown out is Gravity Falls.
I never watched it.
Apparently it's freaking hilarious. Everybody, like, apparently Gravity Falls is, like, very memeable. So there's a lot of Gravity Falls memes out there. Again, I don't really know too much on that one.
All right, yeah, just keep
The Proud Family is another one that got brought up.
Yeah, I watched that one a lot.
That one I couldn't get into, but it's just because, like...
I'll just keep jumping to the other colors.
Oh, my bad.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I like The Proud Family enough. I don't know how I would feel about watching it today, but yeah, I remember watching it, and I got a lot of laughs out of it back then, so...
I'll admit Proud Family feels kind of like The Simpsons and Futurama and Family Guy to me. There are good episodes where everything's absolutely hilarious, and then there are just some that are just duds. It's a hit and miss kind of situation for me.
Yeah, might be.
For me at least. On the Nickelodeon side, obviously Invader Zim got brought up.
Yeah,
I guess you guys didn't hear us talk about Invader Zim. We love it. It was an interesting way to go about things.
I remember Invader Zim, and I liked it. I just never got to see a lot of it.
Yeah. I never had a problem with Invader Zim.
I liked it.
Fairly Odd Parents is another one that got brought up.
Yeah, well, and again, Fairly Odd Parents is like one of those shows where it's like...
It's hit and miss.
No, it's really great early on, but of course it's one of those shows that succumbs to its seasonal rot.
See, and I kind of disagree. Like, I still do think there are some later season episodes that are good, and have some good writing in them, but they get more few and far between as the seasons go on.
Yeah.
Jimmy Neutron.
I never got into Jimmy Neutron.
Neither did I. Like, I thought the movie was good, but I just felt like the movie, the series diverted too far from the movie. And that was kind of my issue with it. if I had to pick like my favorite Butch Hartman series that came out from Nickelodeon, it would be Danny Phantom.
Oh yeah, Danny Phantom was cool.
Danny Phantom was awesome, and now that I've seen a couple of videos of Butch Hartman drawing Danny Phantom 10 years later, I really want that now. That would be really cool in my opinion. Ooh, okay, well that worked out. But those were a couple of examples that they wanted us to go into. I don't know. I've also heard Kim Possible's kind of girly. Like it's more built for girls.
Sure, I mean it's a girl. It's the action show for girls. That is how the best way to describe it. But it really was. I thought it was a lot of fun. You know, there's a lot of good jokes in it.
Did you watch any of the movies that they did?
I don't know how many movies they did.
They did 2 apparently.
Okay, I know I saw at least one of them.
I remember the promo material of one of them putting Kim in like a whole new cat suit, but I don't know which one that is. And I know that the actress who played Kim not only supplied the theme song for it,
yeah, she did,
but she also provided one of the songs of one of the movies.
Probably. She also sang. You know,
I feel bad for her because Christy Carlson Romano,
she was good.
She was good, and in my opinion, she deserves some of the adulation that Sheila Booth got.
Sheila Booth.
I actually think Christy Carlson Romano could have been a fairly decent leading lady in some things.
Yeah, she just never really got beyond Disney.
No, she kind of became what's her bucket from Hilary Duff, and just kind of disappeared at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another series people want our opinions on. Lizzie McGuire. That is girly as crap. I can't get into that.
And that one was also hit and miss for me. That one, there were episodes where I could legit get laughs out of, and other times I'm just like, this show is not for me. This show was made for 14-year-old girls.
The only thing that I could get out of Lizzie McGuire, and that's not saying a whole lot, is that David Carradine was her dad. And I love David Carradine. Mainly because at one point they actually did like a cameo of his dad, the guy who did Kung Fu, where he came in. Kill Bill. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Right, yeah.
I might have the names wrong. I think David is the older one. Because I remember on TNT watching Kung Fu The Legend Continues. All right. I'm firing at you and you're not hammering
not
away.
Charging, so I don't know what he wants.
I think he's stuck.
Let's see.
I honestly think he's stuck. Did we break him?
I hope not. Maybe we just aren't doing this right. Let's see.
It feels like we should go over here.
Yeah, maybe he'll charge.
Oh, he moved. He got himself out.
Okay, so maybe he's good. Oh, don't fall, don't fall.
I got it.
Maybe he'll charge this one, try.
Yeah, he charges it.
Okay, good.
Because he just did. Okay, what happens if he charges it? Because there's nothing to grab onto. Okay, charge this. Come on, buddy. Charge this one. Oh!
There we go.
Crap, I did not think this through.
Insert goofy holler.
I think I have that. Disney sound effects are hard to come by. It's one of those things where I kind of wish they release a big old CD of like all of their Disney sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I could get like the yay and then the Donald Duck temper tantrum. Yeah, because for the life of me, I can't do a Donald Duck voice. Well, I could do a Donald Duck voice now with the current DuckTales because Don Cheadle plays him, but...
Don Cheadle?
Don Cheadle plays him, and
wow.
apparently they took away the Donald Duck voice.
Yeah, because, I mean...
So, like, occasionally he actually has, like, Don Cheadle's voice.
I'm Don...
Frickin' War Machine plays Donald Duck now.
I'm Donald Duck.
Okay, I did not think this through. So, am I supposed to climb up here?
Looks like you gotta climb up somewhere. Just climb to higher ground somewhere.
I'm working on it.
Like,
Oh, that might work. Okay, so, yep, this'll work. Get me up to higher ground here, people.
till we reach higher ground.
There we go. I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll pick up Kim Possible and see what I think of it. I do know that that's going to Disney Plus, so...
Yeah, you and Andrea should try Kim Possible.
But then again, you know, I keep on promising that I'm going to do stuff with Gundam, and it doesn't happen.
Andrea's probably watched Kim Possible now that I think about it.
Maybe I'll ask her what
go
she
back.
thought. Oh, am I leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Just shoot him.